Hello and welcome to Personal and Professional Development 1. I'm joint module lead on this module with Jude Mitchell, and we thought it'd be quite nice to do you a quick screencast just looking at the Blackboard site, because often we find that people don't utilise Blackboard as much as what they should, and it's probably because you don't realise sometimes all the information that's there. So I've got a welcome there, and under there we might have some announcements. We might have weekly announcements, and this is where we'd communicate that. So how to get the best out of Blackboard. So what I've got here is sometimes it can feel a bit of an information overload when you start university. You might start to feel a bit overwhelmed with all the information and worrying about everything that you've got to take on board. So what I and other module leaders suggest that you do is actually take a look at your schedule and write it out. So do a Monday to Friday or whatever days you want to pick. It might want to include weekends, so Monday to Sunday schedule, and look at where you might have a couple of gaps in there and think about maybe allocating some time to sit and work through your Blackboard sites in that time, to try and do it in a methodical way, and do it piece by piece rather than trying to take on all the information all at once. So the Blackboard site, so you've got all these different tabs, and when you click into them tabs, it opens up the folder, what's in there. So within the getting to know you, you've got the contact details. So within there, you've got, I have to get our pictures on, pictures of myself and Jude. You've got our phone numbers, and you've got our emails there as well. And you've also got our working hours. So I work Monday to Wednesday, Jude's full time. The best way to get in touch with us, I would say, is email, because we're very rarely at our desks. And I think it's just the best way. We do ask for 2 days grace when you're contacting us by email, so don't always expect an immediate response, because we can't fulfill that. You know, we're off, we're doing teaching. So just give us 2 days grace. We probably more than likely will respond sooner. So that's our information there. So we've got some information about the module. So it will be useful for you to go in and have a look at that. And just to draw your attention to this, can you see here where it says click here? Well, that means it's hyperlinked. And for people like me that didn't know about these kind of things until I became a tutor at university, it means if you click into that, it actually opens up another window. So you click into that as well. That then takes you to your module handbook. So that'll be really useful for everyone just to work their way through that. And it'll really give you a foundation of what the module is about. So do have a look at that. And the next one on there is about the academic advisor role and group. So part of the course, what we offer you is an academic advisor. So an academic advisor is a person who you will go to for academic support. You can also go to module leaders as well if it's for module specific stuff, but there might be more general things that you want to go to your academic advisor for. Within the personal and professional development module, you'll have allocated time to meet as a group, but we actually leave it up to you to contact your academic advisor for that one-to-one time. And you're entitled up to 2 hours per semester with your academic advisor. With my students, I say that they can have that how they want. So they could have 2 1-hour sessions, or they could have 4 half-an-hour sessions. And like I said, we very much leave that up to you to get in touch. So just have a bit more of a read there. It tells you a bit more in the handbook as well about the academic advisor role. The module documents. So we've not got anything in there, so we might get rid of that one. But really, it's everything's in your module handbook for that. The learning materials and induction to all scheduled teaching. So what we've got here is what you've got for each week. So say for instance, each in week 10, getting to know your academic advisor group. Now within some of these, usually within the lectures more so, is if you click into it, it opens up another folder. And within it, you've got preparatory activities. So there'll be stuff that we want you to do before the session, just to help the thought process for the sessions. Then also there'll be the materials in there from the taught session. So there'll be your slides and any sort of handouts. And then after the session, we'd encourage you to do a reflective activity. So it could be doing that on Pebblepad, or it might be a bit of mind mapping. So for each session, you will have preparatory activities, materials from the taught session, and a reflective activity. So what I would be doing is I would be looking at that every week and looking at what I've got coming up, and making sure that you do your preparatory activities. So there's something there. And what I've done is I've done you a quick sort of blurb around what that particular session is about. So that'll be quite a useful one for you. What else have we got on here? Let's have a look. So you've got your assessment information. So within there tells you what you've got to do for your assignment. You've got your assignment brief in there. You've got a few examples, and again you've got your link there to Atlas, which is where you're going to be doing your assignment. I've also done your screencast for that. Discussions. So in here we call discussion boards. Now these are really useful for assignment support. So you can see here we've got a welcome to the module. So anything there, that you want to put, that you want to ask us about the module. But the other one here is assignment support. So we often find that students have got niggly questions that they want to ask, and this is a really informal, supportive environment. And we've found with discussion boards that students help each other out on there as well. I'd encourage you to use this rather than some students have used sort of Facebook Messenger and things in the past, which can be useful, but obviously you've got the tutor input on here. So what you do if you want to subscribe to any of these, you just click into it like this. You just click subscribe. So now what happens is every time somebody puts something on there, I'll get an email, and I can go in and answer any queries now. So I suggest you all do that. I think that's it for the main things there. Like I said, just schedule yourself some time to work through that and look at the information that's on there. Any questions you've got as well, just obviously ask myself and Jude. And I hope you really enjoy the module. Thank you.